What is up, everybody? Welcome to a very long video series, hopefully, of a trip up north. So I have 7 days, potentially 9. I've got some decisions to make. Part of this trip is going to be a little bit winging it, but a lot of it's planned already. So we've got a cabin up close to the UP. It's an interesting body of water. It's got a clear water bay, and then the rest of it's kind of a dirty cyanobacteria lake. So there's a lot of different structure to fish on it. There's big fish in it. If I can't get anything going, then I'm going to hit a couple smaller stained bodies of water that I know produce very, very large muskies. So I'm kind of on a trophy hunt for the next 7 days. There might be some small ones caught. Hopefully I can catch a bunch. But starting in the garage. We got everything hooked up. We have every freaking bait. We got 5 boxes of baits. We got 4 musky rods, the fly rod, 4 spinning rods for bass, bluegills, whatever. Got 3 tanks of gas. We are ready to go. Snacks, food. Let's start driving up there. We got a long trip to make it up there. Made it to central Wisconsin. Just got to keep on trucking a couple more hours till we can start slinging baits. All right, we got everything set up at the cabin. I got all my stuff unpacked. We launched the boats. The boat launch was just packed. There's a lot of people boating out here. Pontoons, people that are tubing and skiing. It's cleared off a little bit now. I missed the major. It's whatever. It's my first day. I'm gonna go out here, scout some spots, see if I can find some good weeds. And then maybe later we'll run through the cabin, or I'm gonna fish into the night. If I get some follows, I might stay out pretty darn late. But let's get to casting. Fish. Oh! Is that a little bass? Oh baby, first fish of the trip. Absolute tanker. Look at that 13-inch bass. There she is, first fish. Fish. Oh man. Oh, it is a muskie, isn't it? No. The old pike. We're just gonna give this little guy the old shake. Alright, that's going to wrap up scouting. I caught 1 pike, 1 bass, no follows. My buddy, who's about an hour and a half away from here, caught a muskie. I'll talk to him and see what he did. The weeds aren't as developed as I thought they would be, but I mean, there's still good weeds. I'm probably going to make the same run tomorrow in the morning, and then in the afternoon scout to even new spots. So stick with me. Stay tuned for more musky fishing. The sun's finally up, so I can take an intro video for the morning. It's the first full day of fishing up here. It's going to be bluebird skies. There's going to be a little bit of wind, so I don't actually expect to catch anything today. I'm thinking the next 3 days after this will be my best shot in the week that we're up here. I had 1 small pike follow, and that was about it. I might have had a strike, or it was a highly aggressive weed, but I was in like 18 feet of water, so I think I got hit, probably a pike. But I got a lot more water to cover today, so I'm gonna get moving. There's just so many people tubing in there yesterday. Yeah, I was like, I've never seen this many boats out here, and we come up here every year. Here we go. Got him. Well, there we go. Yeah, not a very big one, but That was pretty sweet on the figure eight.
Yeah, I was gonna say that thing must have hit right next to the pole.
Yeah, I saw him coming.
It seems like usually they'll hit on that first 90, you know?
Yeah, he hit on the far side of the first loop. That's a pretty fish right there. It almost looked like it was a tiger, but it's a barred. That's not even gonna go 30, is it? It will. It's a 30. Alright, I'm gonna get one little still of this guy and then we'll be back in a second. Get another one right here. Alright, last look at that fish. Little guy. That fish came on the TNA tackle. Angry Dragon, that orange and black pattern, down the figure eight. Small fish. I know there's some pretty big fish in this bay. That's not quite where I expected it to come from though, because it goes right off a steep break line. So normally I stop fishing right where I caught that fish. I'm going to keep going on this steep break line and see if I can move another one. There's a bass. Whew, he wanted it. He really wanted it. He's got another. He really is in trouble there. He also lost my trailer hook. I think I'm just gonna leave that well enough alone. Maybe cut as much off as I can. Well, best of luck, bud. Cranking pike. There we go. Hoping for a bass. But there's a lot of these little guys in here. I suppose you could say that about pretty much any northern Wisconsin lake. Tiny pike. But I've caught pretty big muskies on this lake with chatterbaits. Oh boy. Fish. No! That's just plain bad luck. Rolled funny under the boat and got off. I thought I had it hooked pretty well. That was a bigger fish. Another pretty fish too. Glad I came into this bay. There's a lot of weeds in here, so they're liking that Angry Dragon. I'm just gonna keep throwing that and hopefully we can get a bigger one. That wasn't a true, like, a big fish. That was probably like a 35 to 36 inch fish, but it would have been nice to get in the bag. No worries. I normally boat in Madison, so I normally boat in Madison, so there's always boats right next to me.
Oh, yeah, we're not from Madison.
Well, I am.
Even better, we're from Illinois.
Nice. I don't think you're scaring the fish that I'm fishing for, though. Holy! Oh! That was really big. That was pretty big. Son of... Yeah, that was probably like a 42. Got one. Yep. Another little guy. I don't like that at all. There we go. Second one in the bag for the day. Nice. Hooks are out. There we go. Nothing too crazy. I'm guessing like a 32. $31 and a half. I'm gonna get a picture with this guy quick. One last look. Should probably get one on this camera too. Decent little figure eight. We'll get a release on this guy. One last look. Should probably get one on this camera too. Decent little figure eight fish. Chunky little guy with a clipped fin. Here he goes. Another angry dragonfish. Figure eight. I mean, I hooked a bigger one literally 2-3 minutes ago, so I got to get right back to casting. There's a definite window right now. That's gonna wrap up day 1 and 2. I am gonna hit one more spot, but it's gonna be pretty dark when I get there, so I might not be able to film. So totals, I had 3 follows. I hooked and lost 2 muskies, and I landed 2 muskies. So that's a pretty good day. I mean, the muskies I caught weren't that big. I did lose one pretty big one right boat side next to that pontoon boat, which you just saw. That was pretty sweet. I think that was like a 40-incher. So I'll be back on that spot tomorrow morning. Hopefully I didn't sting it too hard and I'll be able to stick it, but we'll see. So remember, subscribe and like. We'll see you next time. Alright, I wanted to run through the cabin setup really quick. So it's actually a pretty big cabin. It was big enough for our entire family. So we had a little front porch. And it opens up to a pretty darn nice kitchen. Then we've got a nice room back here with a washer and dryer, bathroom, master bedroom, and then the big open concept living room. That is pretty sweet. And then it goes up to a loft, and it goes up to another bathroom, bedroom, another bedroom, and then up on the loft there is another bed, and it's got this little, I don't even know what you would call this room, like a little 3-4 seasons room. And then It comes right down to the lake. Got a fire pit. And this bay is actually one of the better bays to fish. So we've got a nice little staircase coming right down to where my boat was, but I pulled out because it's the last day now. And yes, it's the last day, meaning day one was the only good day of fishing, and I went 6 more days without catching or hooking another muskie. It is absolutely brutal. Hopefully you enjoyed the first day of this, because I seriously grinded it out and it was awful. Legitimately awful fishing. So the water temps have hit 80 degrees, my boat's packed up, and I'm heading back to Madison. Thanks for watching.